Hello, I'm back. What I was doing this morning, so the missus is starting work at 7. She's gone to work at 7, I should say. Then I got woke up with Ellie, my oldest, going, "Where's mummy? Where's mummy? Where's mummy?" And I realised that I was sleeping and woke up and I thought, where is mummy? That's a good question. She's not here. She had an accident. Has somebody done something to her? She left and run out. And then I thought, no, none of them are applying. She started work, I remember now. She started work in Co-op at 7 AM. So it meant that I had to get up. And I had to get up and speak to Ellie, who was telling me that it was dark outside. Exactly. Co-op, she's working at Co-op. So, from that moment onwards, then Ellie wanted to go to the toilet, she wanted to do a poo in the potty, and I had to wipe her bum and clean that up. Meanwhile, you were waking up and you were wanting to get out. So I got you out, didn't I? And then,
Daddy.
yeah? Hello?
Daddy.
Yes, hello?
Daddy.
Yeah, so anyway, long story short, you had done a massive poo, had it all in your hands and all of that.
Daddy.
Had to clean all that up, that wasn't pleasant. Then I had to get you girls dressed, and get tracksuit bottoms on you, yeah? And get you dressed a bit cold, wasn't it? Yeah? Then you wanted breakfast, so I came downstairs, made all the breakfast up, yeah? Then I made some coffee for myself, yeah, and then Ellie wanted baby chinos. Then I got you bananas, yeah? Then once you got sorted out, I went and sorted out the lounge, got you in there after eating it. Tidied up a bit, wiped your face, had to get your bib on and then clean the bib. So I've done all the dishes, I've swept up, I've tidied it all up, had my own breakfast and my coffee, and in the process of doing that, I got you back out there, shipped you out, and I was able to analyse my video that I've done last night. So it's been quite a busy morning. This is the weekend, by the way. So as I said, if anyone can do it, and there's a way of cracking it, the odds are stacked against us, we'll find a way, won't we? Alright? So I was looking at my own video that I did, showing you the analysis, and I think I was making a lot of progress, making a lot of sense, and I could even see then that I was going, well, I don't know the reason for that reversal, and I'm going, yeah, well, I do, I can see it, and it's because of the reversal or the resistance points and the support points, and there's another level there that needs to be discussed, which is why I wanted to do the video. And now you... Happy birthday to you! I can't sing, but you're a better singer than me, aren't you? Happy birthday to you. You're practising for your sister's birthday in a couple of weeks. Good girl. Thank you. Right, now listen, Dad's in the middle of doing a presentation, and he's in the middle of doing some technical analysis because he don't get no time. You girls have had your breakfast. No, come on, this is Dad's time. You need... Alright, go on, get out. Get out of it. Come on. No, you didn't share me at the moment. So, we're going to be looking at, well, I was looking at 1 minute charts, I was looking at 15-minute charts. I think the whole thing applies. It's the same principle, whatever we're looking at. So let's just try and look at 15-minute. This is the GBP CAD. Hang on, yeah, what do you want? I'm just going to spin back on that, and I'm going to have a bit of coffee. But do you know what? This is real life. I ain't trying to sell marketing. I'm not trying to sell courses and say, look, yeah, I know it all, trust me. This is real life. This is what I'm faced with on a daily basis. These are the things that people don't want to talk about. They want to pretend, oh yeah, fantastic, yeah, life's great, and you don't see all this. They're either neglecting their family, or they're arguing, or something going on, you know. I'm not judging anyone, well I am, but what I'm telling you is that this is real life. This YouTube video ain't no fluffy stuff. This is the real deal, man. Yeah, there's a lot of rich people out there, they live off our backs. I'm not being rude about that, just stating facts. So I want to be counted as a number, and I'm going to try and make myself have a better, give you girls a better future, and who knows, there might be another one coming. And he might be a boy, he might be a girl, who knows. But alright. So considering this here, looking at this. Yeah. Right, so there is an upward change there because of the just the way the cyclical nature of this pattern forming process. This here drops down, picks back up again. So at that point there, the blue is starting to subside. There could be a potential move up, but it's coming against the Ichimoku cloud there. Might not be enough room to breathe, so I'd probably just keep an eye on it, but probably wouldn't go in, because even if it moved, it might not be a true reversal. The other thing that I was noticing on the videos is that when there is these ups or down movements here, but the price action is going straight, it usually means, and it's quite common sense, is that on the return path there is probably a better move there. So we see the orange and the red line, these ones here, getting closer and closer. There's a bit of indecision there. It's suggesting that those readings are a bit contradictory. We're over the cloud of the Ichimoku. These are indecision but pushing upward, but the wicks on them are very small. This is about to fall down. So this alone here tells me it's a short. But we'll see. Yeah, so the contradictory nature of it is that this indication alone was telling me short. These indications were telling me long, but without any real conviction. And as you can see, it's starting to move up, move up, move up. So, and this is where the blue line is about to cross. But does it bounce? Does it bounce back? Does it cross back over there? This is the thing that we'd be keeping an eye on anyway to see. So now that it goes back, it's a bit chaotic. It looks more likely to be a downward trend as well. It's not a big one for me. I wouldn't really I wouldn't get too excited on that. And there it goes. Now that's a sort of typical pattern B coming into the cloud. If we break the other side of that, then it might be a bigger move that we're looking at. But it doesn't. There's a bit of resistance there. It's dropping out. The RSI is sort of a bit erratic, but nevertheless it's still looking good for continuation. There's a little bit of continuation now. This bit here, the blue line crossing the red, that is signalling potentially that that's the end of that move. And then here we're probably looking at the red line kind of like smoothing out and then turning around. Yeah, and I'd be like going, okay, right, orange line crossing the red, blue line above it. Although the indication of that blue line is pointing down slightly, I still want to see one more candle really before making a move on that, just to see where it's going. So yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's showing you different things there, and again, there's not enough information to tell me whether it's going long or short. Okay, let me unpack that. So we've got the Ichimoku cloud there, and we're on the bottom side of that. So naturally, from the Ichimoku strategy, you're looking to go short in from there, and it's looking to go free fall. But it might not, because why? Well, we're at the bottom end of this trend. This kind of goes up, then it goes down, and even if it doesn't hit the bottom, it can then go up a bit and then down a bit, like that, or it could then just, that could be the bottom of it, and then it could be going back up to the upside, and yeah, does it get there quickly, slowly, does it go up, down, up, down, up, down, but slowly edging up a bit by bit, who knows? What I do know is that this red one is going down and looks like it's almost smoothing out, whilst this one's going up, but the blue one is contradicting everything. If that was on its way up, I'd be going, yeah, it's definitely a long. So it's still difficult. Yeah, it's edging out slowly, but look how small those candles are. So I'd need another one to see. Okay, all right. It's still 50-50 in my book, really, although it's edging up slightly. Now here, the blue is crossing the orange and the red trying to go up. The blue is staying still. It's still a risky trade either way. Now that's the first sign that it potentially is about to go bullish. So I might have a punt at that point. I'm not sure. Depends how I feel, but that's the first indication that it potentially going bullish. Now it changes its mind. It bounces off that and goes back down there, and now it's looking like it's bearish, and then it's changing its mind, and that's why I don't want to entertain these kind of moves, because 1 minute it's going this way, and the long and short of this is that there was confusion to start off with. So when you're going into a trade setup where there's certain signals contradicting other ones, it's usually worth sitting that one out and watching it, because otherwise you're going to end up losing money. That's what I personally think. Okay, now at this point, the orange and the red are very close together. The orange is above it. The blue is moving away from it. It might be edging up, but who knows what's going to happen. And it reverses down again. So at this point, I probably wouldn't have been in the trade, but I would be looking at it now. So every time I see these, remember I said head above the water? These kind of like things that poke out. These here, when you get a couple of these, like maybe 3 of these happening, it's usually telling me that it's about to go bullish and there'll be a move. Because all of this is kind of like energy that's been stored up. It's like a curled spring. So here's another one, and it's not so successful. So now it neutralises that. It's still all over the place. It might be flattening, it might be going short at this point. Yeah. And then there's some more contradiction. But although at that point the blue line is on its way down, you're still in the middle of that range. You're at like 40% of the red line. It's not going to be a great one, but you might want to go in there. But look, it's so much going on. I think honestly you're better off walking away from things like that and go and find something else that is going to play nicely. Although when you get to that point there, so let's go back there. Yeah. Right, so we know there's a move coming. We don't know where it's coming from. Right? You're trying to second guess what it's doing. At this point it's been quite flat. There's a little move there over there, but now it's starting to turn around. This bit here is going up, and then just at the last minute it's sort of edging high, 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 low, high, low, high, low. So unless we're saying that that is the signal that we're looking for, which might be the blue line crossing the red on the upward, with this high, 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 that potentially is a bullish signal that we're not aware of at the moment, because we're still learning. So let's assume that was what we're looking for, and we look at that and we go, right, wow, that's amazing, let's go in. Then okay, I'm still learning, maybe we'll come back to that one, but that's quite an interesting one to point out, because there's a big massive jump there, then it comes back on itself. It's just not flying. So I wouldn't even be worried about all that. Look, if the market is being like this, and if you notice, there's another thing about this trade that I've been totally forgetting to talk about. There's no resistance and no support lines here. So why are we even bothering trading this currency? That's the first thing. If there's no resistance and support lines, let's just leave it to do whatever the hell it wants. Yeah? Because otherwise you're just playing Monopoly, mate. You're like, we're even going to a casino. Right, now if I fast forward it, there is just no support lines. Now, is that because my indicator's not loaded up? Or is that because there is... Aha! Right, now that's a better picture. So I think professional traders rely on these lines, because this is how you can read the irregularity. So there's a big period of time here where there isn't any real like support and resistance structures. It's quite volatile, it's moving whatever way it wants to. Right, now here is the first time we see some kind of anchoring as resistance at the top there. Go down, down, down. It's okay. So we now get, for the first time, a resistance point of reference. We're at the top side of this. This here is the kind of trade that we're looking for. This is where we're going to earn our money, and this conforms to the pattern that we've already spoke about, our default pattern that we're looking for. So here is a good point in time to get into it. So that one there, that would be a bearish signal for us. And of course, we're in on it. Is it going to go lower? It's looking like it's turning upside. Probably come out there without enough money. Right. Equally, it's going up, down. So we're looking again for some. So now, right? Can you go and play with? Go and speak to Ellie. Go on. You go and speak to Ellie. Look. Go on, go and watch TV or something, because I'm doing this analysis work. Oh, come on, I'll take you out. Alright. Alright, you want to learn as well, do you? Right. You don't like anything taking priority, do you? And good for you. I don't blame you. Right, so we've got a support line here, and we've got a resistance line there. Now that's a good start. That now starts to make this a tradable currency. So I wouldn't go in there, I'd wait for it to sort itself out a bit. Right, I know you've just been awkward. Right, now it's not quite over the 80 like what we'd like. There is, I wouldn't trade that at the moment. You're potentially going to miss the opportunity. It's looking like there's a couple of different signals there. The blue line isn't convincingly going down. These ain't separated, and this here, but that move down there, it's still not 100% there. Here's better. Right. Yeah, you're just disrupting this session, aren't you? Right, so that is a bearish signal. Yeah, there we go. So we got the first bearish signal. Now that we've been able to read it in context, that's quite good. We saw that going down. It's still bearish at that point, although it's a bit challenging. There's an Ichimoku cloud we're about to hit. The lines are not really converging. The blue line is crossed over on the upside to the orange, or from the on the orange line. That could go either way, and it does, yeah. And that point there is looking, it's a continuation of a bullish pattern by the looks of it there. And then, right, so these candles, the price action, are pointing downwards. That's potentially signalling the end of it. But then there we go. The continuation of that pattern is being resisted against, and now you're coming up to that resistance line at the top there. So you're looking for probably a reversal of that. Yeah, so, and then you're going to try and hit it again. It ain't really going to do much. And then Here, you've gone past it, you've popped down again. I'm looking carefully to see what this is saying. It looks like it's going to break free, although the candle's very small. And then, bearish. Right, I don't think I can really concentrate with you being so awkward. So I'm just going to stop this video and then try and do something else because you're just being awkward.